السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
I can hear it.
Is it? Microphone is working.
I was able to.
It's catching that noise.
Yeah, microphone is working.
Microphone is working. Because it gets the voice, catches the voice from far better.
Close room.
I don't know. It's up to you. It may be very hot. It may be very hot afterwards.
Try.
It's okay. I think it should be good.
You can leave it open. You can leave it open.
وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين. والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.
We're reading from page 11 of the Reasonings, the second way. When we enter the division of time known as the past, we should consider the following 4 points. The first is that those who specialize in a branch of science and base their thesis on it will demonstrate eminence in that branch. The second is this. O brothers and sisters, if you have some knowledge of human nature, you will accept that even a person who has little renown cannot lie to a group of people about an insignificant matter without giving themselves away through anxiety or unease. And yet, there is a person who is unlettered, but has great renown and honor, who, while undertaking a tremendous task and needing protection against his enemies, easily speaks about great causes before large congregations and the whole of his story, and who, in the face of great obstinacy, acts without any anxiety or hesitation. Furthermore, no contradictions can be found in what such a person proclaims, with such pure sincerity and great gravity. In addition, he does so in such an intense, elevated manner that it vexes his opponents. Will not all these show his truthfulness in the brightest sun?
I think the text is open and clear, not difficult to understand.
Thank you.
Just a very, very quick recap from the previous.
Can you pass the paper?
From previous weeks. Very quick for Shahid. Because you were not here last week, were you? Why? He didn't bring you. Huh? Yeah, Emirul Islam didn't bring you. It's his fault. You were not here. Okay, I understand. Now let's speak to Shahid. Shahid understands better than anyone else. Habibullah, that's right. Now, Shahid, be careful. Now, there are two different matters. Don't be shy. Speak to me. Huh? Don't be shy. There are two matters. Now, what are they? One is, for example, looking at New York, there is an administration. It is not everybody does everything arbitrarily. There's law, order. Right? You say, well, not everybody. Look at me. Don't be shy, man. Like your brother. Don't be shy. So, you understand that there is an administration. Yeah, but something is organized. Okay? That is different from, this is different from, there is an administration, but who is the mayor? Yeah, you may not know the mayor. Correct? But you know that there is a head of this administration, but you don't know him. Yes or no? Do you understand that? Say yes, man.
Yes, yes.
No, these Muslim people are not really afraid of expressing their feelings. They are not free. Oppressed spirit. I call them really. I'm not telling you this. This people from the subcontinent have been under colonization, and their spirit is so suppressed. They have a kind of slave spirit. Yes, sir, you're right. They come say, it doesn't make sense to me. They are not free. And that is the general culture, especially the family culture. You say, no, unless your father is speaking, your mother is speaking, you should just listen to them, elderly. Respecting elderly is a common disease, child. You have to overcome it. Now, if someone says, are you sure that there is an administration? By looking at the things, how the things are organized, what would you say? Are you sure that there is an administration, organization, some departments taking care of different businesses of the city? Are you sure? Yeah. Say yes.
Yes.
I want to hear your voice. It's not haram, so speak. So that's one. But are you sure who the mayor is? Head of this administration? Who he is? No, you're very good. Excellent. That's correct. There are two methods. Now, what we are studying here, by looking at the universe, we know that there is an owner taking care of the universe, giving existence or putting it in order. The birds are created in a certain way. Trees are created in a certain way. Somebody is taking care of it. Correct? Now, and as far as the messengership, what we are studying here, messengership, do you think the universe is a creator? That's not our subject. Must have a creator, okay? And he created human beings, right? Look at me, look at my contact, my contact. It's very important. He created human beings with certain questions. What am I going to do here? Have you ever thought that you may die one day, maybe at the age of 90 or 40, 100?
Yes.
Did it occur to you?
Yes.
At the end, you will die? Say yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Now, have you ever wondered, since you are going to die, what are you doing here? You are going to die and disappear. Did it occur to you? Why am I here? Who brought me here? Why? What am I expected to do? So the creator who created you with this wonder, this question, answers your question. But how? Look at the universe. Everything is meaningful. Eh? Nothing is accidental. Everything is well organized. Do you think that the sun sometimes doesn't work really properly? And the moon? And sometimes doesn't turn, doesn't send light?
No.
No. The moon is very, very well organized. They are perfectly working, yeah? The Muslims are trying to understand still whether it is working or not. Every beginning of Ramadan, they go on the top of somewhere stupid look at it. They don't realize that it is on account, it is on calculation. You can just calculate it. Crazy. Inshallah, they will understand next century. There is no need to cheat themselves going on if the moon is there or not. Calculate it, man. You can calculate it. Okay. Now, everything is perfectly taken care of.
Yes.
And the Creator created you with the wonder. What am I going to do here? And but when you look at it, yes, it is perfectly done. But why? I don't know. Do you know? There is something strange, eh? The creator said, okay, I made a computer example. Do you have an iPhone? I'm not surprised. Good. So when you use the iPhone, are you sure that some engineers that design it?
Yes.
But if you never heard anybody like me doesn't help you what to do with it, what do you say? It looks wonderful, but I don't know what to do with it. But it never taught you. So you need to be taught. Yes? Somebody, so I have a problem. I ask me, what shall I do with this? Something happens, it's strange. They help me. They explain. I need help. And then I can get used to it. So we need help to understand this huge universe, why it exists. Why? How am I going to use it? I don't know. So every iPhone comes with them. Now it is electronically. They said before they used to have a manual next to it. Now electronic they send the manual. Yeah. So for example, when I am in your age, maybe a little bit older, we used to buy a watch, and there will be twice as big wristwatch, twice as big manual book how to use it. So we need manual, huh? So whoever makes the iPhone sends the manual to you. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So you study the manual, and also sometimes you don't understand what the manual is saying. Technical words. What you need, for example, let's say, I don't know which kind of smartphone you have. iPhone? Okay, you go to Apple Store. Yeah? When you have a problem, you say, is there any technician here? to help me, or how can I solve this problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need instructors, technicians to apply the instruction and use your machine without destroying it. Right? Now, these instructors are the prophets telling us how to use the universe, how to use our human feelings, human capacity without destroying it. Right? Agree. Okay. In order to come back to the administration of New York. Now, if we are talking about who the mayor is, now administration understand how the things are working, but who the mayor is, what you have to do, you have to listen out to other people. Well, for example, somebody will say, I have seen him. He is a man who is called like this, that. Who is the, now the problem is, who is the instructor? Who is the technician? So you have to hear people saying, you know, the technician was Muhammad. How can I make sure? You have to listen to other people's narrations. I have seen him. He did this. He taught this. Understand? So we have to rely, if the technician died 1400 years ago, how can you get to know the technician? You have to rely on the narrations about his life, his sayings, his actions, narrated by the people around him. So can you see a man who lived 1400 years ago and said, oh, no, nice to meet you. I'm very happy to meet you 1400 years ago. You say, yes, the recording should hear you. No.
No.
No. Do you need some water to speak out? Mashallah. So, okay. But I'm speaking. No, don't be bossy. I'm the boss. Now, okay. No. Okay? So what you have to do, you have to be careful about the narrations, what they say about it. So they say, this man, instructor or technician, let's call it simple language, technician, teacher. Okay. About technician, they say he didn't know how to read and write. He wasn't educated in any way, and he was in a society where there was no education. That's interesting. No education, no school, no some places that you can go and learn something from another person. Everybody was living as they were born. Okay, what shall we do? Mostly that time people used to breed animals because there were no farming in Mecca. Everybody knows it. Everybody tells this. So he was a shepherd. But he didn't have any education. Right? And afterwards, he said what the text is saying here. Afterwards, he started challenging the whole society, saying that you are using the smartphone wrongly. You have to use it in this way. What? Are you an expert on it? Did you get an education from Apple company? Example, huh? No. The maker of the smartphone told me this. Do you think he is challenging the whole society? Everybody using smartphone in a way, but he says, don't use it in this way. It is harmful. What? I know, but the maker told me. Do you think this man challenging the whole society? They say, shut up, that's our way, that's how our fathers used to use the computer, the smartphone in this way, that is how we learned from our forefathers. You know, great fathers and the great granddad, grandmom. And who are you? You are telling us that I am using the smartphone in the wrong way. I said, okay, let's try. Don't use it in this way. Use it in this way. It will be appropriate and working much better. Try this. We understand this scenario? No?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think this man can tell a lie in front of thousands of people who are doing something wrong? You're using the iPhone in the wrong way. And he is not really educated among the people, but he said, I don't know. The maker, the engineer of the smartphone told me this. This is the best way of using the smartphone. And try. His challenges. Try. If I am wrong, just say I'm wrong. Try. If only you try. Some people say, no, I'm not going to leave what I have learned from my forefathers, right? So I have to follow my forefathers. Elderly must be respected. That's the tradition of the people who are deniers of the messengers, not the Muslim tradition at all, right?
Right.
That's a made-up story. You have to wake up. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe Shahid is not aware of it yet. So they kept the tradition they learned from their previous generation. Some people said, oh, what this man is saying something interesting. Let me try what he says. Yeah. But those people, be careful. Shahid, be careful. Who have a shop, repair shop, or what else? A repair shop, and also teaching how to use the iPhone as they learned from their forefathers. Because this shepherd, uneducated man, says, don't go there. They are teaching you something wrong. What they did? Oh, our business is going to close down, eh? Because if we are teaching something wrong, what happens? No one will come to me. They challenge, no, we are doing the best. He says, no, do this one. Some people say, those people who don't have the shop, yeah, repair shop or teaching how to use the iPhones. They say, okay, let me try. They say, this is the second what opinion, or what did they say? Second opinion?
Yeah.
So?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the second opinion. We have been using iPhone in this way. The capacity is this, but this man said, if you use this iPhone, as I teach you, the capacity of the iPhone, the applications, apps of the iPhone will be 100,000 times more functioning. You will benefit from it immensely. Let me try, don't you say? You have an iPhone. Somebody has a shop. Traditional repair, as they learned from their forefathers. But this man comes and says, don't, this is wrong, it is wrong. I will teach you best way of using your iPhone. And you will get many applications there, but you don't know how to use it. But I will teach you, because the maker had taught me. Would you try to listen to this man? Let me go and listen to him, what he says. Or would you say, no, this is the old man here who has a shop. He has been doing this in the same way as they learned from their forefathers. take your iPhone there. No, I don't want to listen to this guy. So have it repaired with this classic, traditional repair shop owner. Or would you give a chance to this man? Okay, teach me how to use the iPhone in the best way. Which one would you do?
Give the guy a chance.
With this guy, huh? Let the microphone hear you.
Give the guy a chance.
Yeah. Those people are the majority. The shop owners are only 4 people. Yeah. Not everybody is the shop owner. Yeah. Correct? This is the general. So they rejected this shepherd's claim that I will teach you the best way of using your iPhone so that you will get hundreds, thousands different of applications. It will work for you the best way. Then 5 people says, don't listen to this man. He's a shepherd. He's making up. You say, okay, but I want to go and listen to him. You know? Because you don't bother that your business will shut down. Yeah? Because you don't have a business. Those people in the community who had a business with the traditional way, chieftains, nobles, opposed the shepherd's claim. Straight away, without, let's try what he says. No. He's a crazy man. Don't listen to him, they say. You say he's a crazy man, but he says something very interesting. Let me try. Because you are not worrying that your business will close down. Right? You get the scenario?
Right.
Now, you go to this man. Teach me how to use this iPhone. He says, use this one, completely different. And you start using it and you see the new applications are coming out. Oh, I do this, I think I can do this, I can speak to my father, mother, whatever, my friend, I can text them. This classical people, shop owners only say how to teach us how to use the iPhone or I don't know, only phoning certain people, let's say. Only this one. But lots of applications. You can store your information, take the pictures and store them, make videos. Oh, you got majority of the people accepted his message, but only the shopkeepers. You know, shopkeepers, people of interest in their business, opposed him. That's what the historians tell us. Shahid? So what this is the sign, understand that this shepherd, uneducated, illiterate guy, hasn't learned anything from the tradition. And completely new things are teaching us, and they work. If this man is claiming all this, can this man taught you how many applications you can use in your iPhone, smartphone? Can tell a lie and challenge those people, the shop owners? If he makes a mistake, what do you think the shop owners will say? Look, he said that you can use iPhone in this way and there's an application. There's no application. But they didn't. They couldn't. They couldn't. What they say? He's a shepherd. He doesn't know. He's obsessed. He's possessed by jinns, accusations. He's a liar. Don't listen to him. Don't go to him. And they want to chase him away. Don't throw him away out of the society because their business is going to close down. But the majority of the people, not only Mecca, later on, we have to be very careful about this point. Later on, all the neighboring tribes, exactly the same scenario happened. Majority of the people, did they offer you something? That is a reminder.
I already. You guys.
Yeah.
Something. Okay, you answer. But you
anybody
can
want
speak
water?
loudly. Energy. You need energy, man. Freedom. I believe freedom is the fundamental human need. If we don't feel free, if we don't exercise our human freedom, we cannot. We're just imitating all shopkeepers teaching how to use the computer. That's a Mark 20 in our example. Freedom is a must. We have to use our freedom. Inshallah. Now, yeah, where are we?
We're going to say another point, like later on.
Later on, all the neighboring tribes, only the old shopkeepers, it means chieftains. Chieftain. Do you understand what chieftain is? The leader of the tribe. Because they are exploiting them. They are getting a lot of money from them. Also, they respect to them. Wherever they go, they say, oh, this is our leader. They get this respect that they feel great, huh? They don't want to lose that status in the society. How many people are there? 1%? 2% of the community, tribe? And Islam spread, the Prophet's message spread everywhere. Only these 2% of the people opposed. You know, the historians tell there was a war, the Prophet went on war. War against 2% of the society. It is a shame to call it a war. 98% of the people agreed and tested what this shepherd is telling them. And it worked. They were satisfied. But the old shopkeepers were rejecting this man's idea and trying to get all the customers to their shop. It means support them. And Muslims came today, people, don't be afraid of these 2%. We can work together. No? Sure? I'm not using it. Don't be modest. Yes. Okay. They are afraid of their business to close down. Let's go together and destroy their shops. Right? 2%. With the support of the 98%, there is a big tribe. Let's say there are 1,000 people, 2,000 people. The tribes were not many, really. Almost the biggest was on the north, Damascus. But in the Hijaz area, the biggest was Medina. I don't know, about 3,000 population in Medina. This is the biggest. So this, so you hear a lot of big numbers in Tabuk. Tabuk what? Expedition. They say, Muslim historians love exaggerations. They say 30,000 people were. Have you heard this? In Tabuk expedition, 30,000 people. Anybody? That's what this classical historians say. But real investigators, they say, no, it was maybe 8,000, 10,000. Because all the tribes were that many anyways. Right? That exaggerations gives us an impression that Mecca was the trade center of the world or something like that. It's crazy. And people around, thousands of people followed the program. No. It was a small example in that area. Mecca was just a simple community, but in a special case because the Quraysh, the inhabitants of Mecca, the Quraysh tribe, had no, we have to understand this matter, had no conflict with the neighboring, any of the neighboring tribes, Arab tribes. Because everybody used to come, whoever comes to Mecca for fair, let's say, and Kaaba, they have to, they respected them. So everybody respected Quraysh. Why? Because they had no conflict. The other tribes had conflict between among themselves. Conflict?
What kind of conflict are we talking about?
The tribal competition. Tribal competition. Everybody respected Quraysh in the area, in the Hijaz area.
Because they wouldn't claim like superiority?
No. Everybody respected them because they were the host of the Kaaba, and people used to come there without making any distinction. They treated all of them well. Right? Everybody was happy with them. Quraysh, with Quraysh. We have to understand this difference. Did you get it?
So it's like a touristic place people are going in, so they'll welcome people come
Oh,
on.
yeah,
right?
exactly. But what you said was very important. I didn't get the recording. So say it again.
Oh, so I was wondering, what kind of conflict are we talking about that the tribal, that when tribes would come into Quraysh, or Quraysh is a tribe, right?
Correct.
They were very welcoming, and yeah, they welcomed people, and there was not any kind of conflict. So my question was, what kind of conflict are we talking about? Conflict in terms of, hey, we're superior over you, or this is our place, check it out. I don't know. I'm thinking.
But the example you gave us a touristic center.
Right.
You go to a hotel
Mm-hmm.
open to international customers. Whoever comes, what the hotel administration does, you are from Singapore, right?
Yeah.
You are from Russia, welcome. You are from France, welcome. Madam,
Customer service.
to make service, they are making money.
Open the door.
Sorry?
They open the doors and stuff.
Yeah.
Carry your
So
bags.
people from Thailand cannot come here, so we have a war. No, even there is a war. Let's say there is a war between, okay, this country A. Now let's be hypothetical. Let's go to Germany. Okay, the hotel owner has a hotel in Berlin. Germany has a war with China, right? Now, a person comes from China to visit Germany. The hotel owner will say, no, we have a war with you, go. I'm not going to give you a room. Do you think the hotel owner will reject it or not? Yes or no?
He'll reject it.
Sorry?
If there's a war going on, definitely he'll reject.
No,
Hotel owner.
no.
Hotel owner. As long as they pay, they don't mind. War is the government is in this. They take care of their business. We have to understand this. The simple example. That's why they say Quraysh was a noble tribe, etc. No. That was the hotel owner of Hijaz area. They They respected everyone because they used to come there, do their trades, and they used to get some sort of income because they didn't have any other source of income. It was big. Has anybody been to Mecca? Now you've been. Did you see any farming there?
Any what?
Farming.
Farming?
Yeah.
No.
What did you see there?
Hotels.
Sorry?
Hotels and people.
No. The natural, let's say, landscape.
Yeah, mountains.
Only black stone mountains. What do you do there? Where is your income?
From my pocket.
No. Where is their income? Their income.
Oh, their income.
Tourism.
From my pocket. From the
People come there.
tourists, yeah.
They cannot cultivate the land. They cannot do anything there.
Yeah.
So they are the hotel owners. They have to respect the visitors. They have to. That's why they are good. They were good to everyone.
Yeah.
They respected. They fed them. They watered them. They prepared accommodation for them because it was the source of income.
Still it is.
Yeah, still it is.
That hasn't changed.
Visitors. Yeah. Sorry.
Not much has changed.
No. But what we have to understand that because Mecca was in a special situation or
Location.
because of this Kaaba is there.
Crossroads.
So the Prophet Muhammad was sent there, so the neighboring tribes should not oppose his message because of the conflict previously existing. You can imagine, although there is a war between Russia and Germany, but the Prophet was in the hotel, welcoming everyone and speaking to anybody who comes there. They didn't have any enmity to the owner of the hotel. The owner of the hotel didn't have any enmity to the other visitors. Do you understand the historical context?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody listened to him freely. That is the arrangement of the Creator, actually, preparing the ground that the message will be presented to the whole people freely, without any previously existing enmity. Shahid, I'm speaking to you. These people are old people, old guys. Don't forget about that. So, whether they understand or not, soon they will go away and you will stay here. So you will take care of what the message this repair guy is telling. And often, not the repair guy, I'm sorry, the organ is teaching how to use the iPhone in the best way, the smartphone in the best way. So everybody came to listen to him with no prejudice. Only the prejudice against the teachings of the Muhammad was, historical narrations tell us, was so the shopkeepers of repair, shopkeepers of Mecca. You get it?
Yeah.
That is why it was so easy for the neighboring tribes to accept Islam, but they may have other shopkeepers in their tribe, people of interest in their tribe. Those people were opposing. I give this example, it's an amazing example, historically confirmed. No one rejects it. There is no evidence against what is said, what has been said. They call it, I am against the word conquer, but The Quranic word is fatih, opening. Right? They translated it as conquer. It was invasion. God forbid. It is a really dangerous language. Arabs had what? In the Arabian Peninsula, no technology, no established army, no trained soldiers, nothing. It was just a tribal life. Everybody used to live in this kind of desert life, and they only knew how to protect their tents within the tribes, right? Tribe. There were no army or anything, but at the same time, Romans and now Iran, Sassanites had established, very well established emperors and their army, trained, huge. And how do you think this tribe people, camel riders, they call it? Yeah, it is not an insult. They were just camel riders. They didn't know anything else. It's not an insult. It's a reality. We have to accept it. The historians want to exaggerate the status of the companions as if they were very great people, very educated. No, they were not. But they got education after listening to the teachings of the Prophet. Otherwise, from the tribal background, they did nothing at all. They were nothing. These people, how do you think these people conquer? They call it, in quote unquote, conquer nowadays the areas of Iran, Persian Empire.
How come who conquered Iran?
These desert camel riders.
To the teachings of the.
Because only the king of Iran was the shopkeeper, main shopkeeper, right? Mm-hmm. The people accepted the message. They said, these people are teaching us really how to use the smartphone, and lots of applications are possible. Yeah. But this man said, no, you have to come to my shop. Don't listen to this guy and pay me. Mm-hmm. Pay me tax. Mm-hmm. Obey me. Honor me. Mm-hmm. And camel riders went there. Hey, guys, what are you doing? Let's get rid of this man. 2%, 1% of the population. Is it difficult to get rid of this man?
Sure.
Sorry?
Yes.
Difficult?
Majority. I mean, it's not difficult.
The 98% of the population supports you. Yeah. 98% of the people opposes, let's say, Wall Street, how do you say? What is famous for Wall Street? Wall Street.
Greed.
Sorry?
Bankers.
Investment.
Bankers, investors, etc. We are not going to give them money. We are not going to accept them their authority, what they will do. No one buys shares. Stock exchanges. No one buys stock exchanges. No one attaches any importance to stock exchange. Stocks. What happens? The business.
Market crashes.
They collapse in 1 week. They cannot do anything. No one is really buying. You can produce a lot of things, but no one is buying. What do you do? Let's say you establish a TV station, channel, no one watches. What happens? Sorry?
Go broke.
What?
It doesn't run.
Yeah.
You cannot stand more than 1 week. For example, there's a newspaper, very influential newspaper, New York Times. Okay, no one buys it. What happens?
Bankruptcy.
Bankrupts. So the people say, okay, let's not buy there. Let's not watch their channels. Let's not buy their newspapers. Let's not buy their stocks. They have to collapse. Can you call this action as conquer? It is better, enlightening the minds and the hearts of the people. Somebody on the top tries to keep the authority. And if the people don't support them, they have to collapse.
So, but the thing is,
Shahid, you will answer the question. Be careful. Yeah.
so my question is, in order for the people who use the iPhone to accept, the new way that this person is offering, they first need to feel a need for a new way. They need to feel, the way I'm currently using it isn't fully satisfying. If you're already content with the limited use you have of the iPhone, even if someone comes with a message of, look, you can use all these different applications with this different way, you won't accept it. So
why?
Because you don't feel the need for it.
Ah,
So
but
first,
this means it really arousing or...
So yeah, first, before you present the message, you have to make sure before anyone accepts the message, the crowd that you're talking to has to also feel the need for the message.
Correct.
So I think, whenever someone's, let's say, marketing a new product or a new iPhone or a new phone, they're also marketing the need for it. They're convincing you that you need this new feature or that you need this new whatever. So I think part of, it is easy to have, when 90% of people accept the message, it's easy for, for a FET to have, for an opening to happen. But first you also have to ensure that, these people are mentally actually aware of what is missing from their lives. So I think it's a two-step process, and
Exactly.
you can't present the message, how can you go about presenting the
That's
message if
the
they don't know it?
first almost 15, 16 years of the message that the Muhammad conveyed to the people were about what? You need eternal happiness. You need absolute satisfaction. You need to know why you are living here. Later on, they said, okay, do this and do that. Nah, they are not really. So when you are absolutely right. Did you understand what she said? Yeah.
So basically, if people want,
Speak to Shahid,
Yeah.
so that she will understand. He will understand.
uh,
Okay, Shahid, I think you know her. Okay, she cooks you well, good food. Okay.
so if there's like somebody who's coming and saying that they have a better way of using the phone, but
Using
the phone,
the phone. Okay.
yeah, and but nobody has a problem with the phone right now, the way I have my phone. And if I don't have a problem with the way my phone is right now, and I don't have any complaints, I don't have any problems with it, I'm happy with it. If somebody says, "Oh, look, you can use it better," I'm not going to be interested in what they're saying because I don't need it. I don't have any reason for to get a better phone or to get a better way of using my phone, right? So so before somebody comes and offers me, hey, look, use it this way, I have to feel that hey, my phone's not working well these days. I want more apps, but I can't get them. The battery life is not that good. So I have a bunch of problems with my phone right now. And then if somebody says, hey, look, here's a better way of using it.
One step is skipped. You have to tell them. You have to tell them that look at this iPhone or the smartphone you are using. I give this example on the computer, which was my experience. I always use the computer like a typewriter.
Okay.
Yes. Now somebody said you can communicate with the computer by sending emails and voicemail and text. Oh yeah, it is better. It would be better if I could do that. Let me see. So first introduce it. Both of you are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So first we have to make the people, or the Muhammad, make the people realize that they are not here on this earth. The first message was what? These things themselves are just transient. What are you going to do with these things? When you die, everything disappears as far as you are concerned. You don't have anything to do. Don't you want to have an eternal happiness? And very quick. Don't you want to make sure that your existence will be eternal, permanent? Look, listen to yourself. You want this. You want paradise. Is it possible? Let me teach you. It is possible. Let me show you. So this is what the message of the Prophet was. Almost 13 plus 3 or 4, 16, 17 years establishing there's a need for it. What you are saying. Look, listen to yourself. You are a human being. You are not an animal. Animal live and die. But your human qualities, come on, use your humanity and you will understand that you need all this and this and this. That's a very important point. Then what it means, we keep telling in our discussions, what do we say? First, you have to realize you are a human being. You have to use your consciousness. Question, what's the meaning of your existence? Forget about religion. Forget about belief in God. No. First, you have to think yourself, who you are, what are you doing on this earth? How are you going to use your iPhone, yourself, or smartphone, yourself? Do you really realize that you need more than what you have been doing in this world? Every morning you wake up, have breakfast quickly, go to work, come back tired, and get dinner, go to sleep, wake up again. Are you satisfied with this world, this life?
No.
No. Oh, I hate it. So why don't you go and enjoy yourself? The people now, this civilization, what this civilization does, cheats. You have to work for 11 months. Yeah, in order to get some money to go on holiday somewhere to enjoy yourself for a month, and come back and work again for 11 months. You have to work for a week in order to enjoy yourself on Friday evening, happy hour. Cheating them. Make them work for 5 days and let them drink and get a little bit drowsy for an hour, for some hours. How do they trap? And this new man comes and say that no, you shouldn't be stupid like this. You know, you have to be eternally free. How can you do that? It is possible. I will teach you. These are the teachings, we call it belief teachings, fundamentals of belief. If someone does not realize what he is, what she is, cannot understand the Quran. Traditionally, he may recite the whole Quran in Laylatul Qadr. Doesn't know what's going on. Doesn't know what's going on. Now come back. About this man who taught the people that they have to use their iPhone in this way, majority of the people, great majority of the people realize that, oh, this iPhone is now themselves, their humanity. Right? iPhone is their humanity. They can use their human side, not animal side, not what to eat, what to drink. That's right. But, for example, would you like to have them play and have nice friends, playing, enjoying your life? Okay? Well, the food is okay. But when you eat food, at the end of the day, you get hungry again. But you want to be happy. You want to be happy and enjoy your life. Not only when you eat the food, even while you are eating the food, you shouldn't think that, oh, I ate food today, but I don't know tomorrow. What they teach us, Shahid, you know, if you want to have food on your table, you have to be an engineer and work for the company 5 or 6 days. I don't know. Is Awesome here? Maybe
24
24 hours. Yeah, busy. Keep your telephone open so that there will be some new message. So that you have to reply. Be slave. No one wants to be there. So freedom is needed. And the Prophet was saying that, look, you are the guests of the owner of this universe. Just get to know who he is. So the passage we read today says, the man who challenges the society, and especially the old shopkeepers, shop owners, do you think he can tell a lie and get support of the 98% of the population? I will teach you how to use the smartphone. There are 100 different apps that you can use, but lies. You think he will be successful?
I mean,
Lying.
there are people like politicians who are able to confidently, with ease, speak to mass amounts of people, even if they don't even believe what they're saying necessarily.
Definitely
Those
they
people
don't.
are blind.
What's
No,
They're blind.
no, why? If there is a vacuum, we have to wake up. We have to wake up. If there is a vacuum is what? This person, this new person, the person who comes with the new news, by these shopkeepers by the shopkeepers, this man is labeled what? Terrorist. Don't listen to him. He is just desert man. Don't listen to him. Quran, come on. This is a storybook. Don't read. But those people who say, no, Quran is important, what they say, Islam is our religion, we respect Prophet. Why do you respect them? Common people say that. Why do you respect the Prophet? Because it is our Prophet. Look at the reasoning. And why do you respect the Quran? It is our sacred book. And the people, so these people are stupid. And there is a vacuum. What the politicians do, use the vacuum, try to contribute to the vacuum. Try to contribute to the vacuum, make the Muslims have their own closed communities. Let go and have a masjid there. Bring an imam from Bangladesh, doesn't speak English, doesn't know anything about the teachings of the Quran, but he recites the Quran with a beautiful voice. They say, okay, we can give you residence. Did you know that the imams coming from Afghanistan, if they stay here and become imams, for 4 years, they give permanent residence to these people.
It's a good deal.
Did you know that? Permanent residence. Why? Stay here, stay. Stay in America and make these people stupid. Because bring Afghani culture and teach them Afghani culture under the name of Islam. And when they speak to people in America, none of them really and rightly are not convinced what they are told by these people, ignorant people, but recites the Quran beautifully. And they know Tajweed. They know some Arabic words. They know how to pronounce ayin in Arabic. Yeah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like I can only hate this kind of artificial language. Ta'ala. So they go, he has a very great Arabic education. He must be a very well informed person. Narrate certain hadiths on every occasion, same thing. Every Eid prayer you go, you hear the same khutbah. And of course, they are brothers. Don't mess up, don't mingle up with non-Muslims. They are kuffar. There are lots of things that are going on. Shahid. So vacuum is there. They are using the vacuum. Because those people who say, I have listened to this instructor. He taught me how to use the iPhone. This is better than the traditional shopkeepers teaching. What they present, they present you how to use the iPhone. Let's call it computer as a typewriter, and that's what we do. The same thing, the same culture. As the shopkeepers say, we have seen from our forefathers, right? Those people also say, we have seen our forefathers using the computer like this, and that's what this man taught us. They don't know what the Quran is teaching. Do you see? That's why it doesn't work. There's vacuum, big vacuum. No human analysis, no human needs are described. So, this man, if this man told one lie, that, you can use the iPhone in order to send the text, but it doesn't work. What the shopkeepers will say, look at this man, he's claiming this, but it doesn't work. He is just a claim. You understand the difference? Then they will really attack him rather than saying that he's a shepherd, he's an illiterate guy. Why do you listen to him? They will say, okay, what did it say? You can use the iPhone, for example, to send the text. Go to the name of the person, use it. You cannot send it. It's a lie. Comfortably reject that this person is a liar. Don't listen to him and prove it. Prove it. They couldn't. They just insulted. Like Muslims are terrorists. Huh? Everybody's terrified. Everybody's terrified. Terrorists. You know, anybody comes with a beard or a Muslim appearance, they think that in their bag, what are they carrying?
In their hijabs too.
Inside the hijab, what do they carry? Bomb, explosives. Everyone.
It's getting
Open that one. Let me see. Let me see. There is an explosive in it. The brains are washed because we don't really present Islam as they need to hear. Because as a human being, first of all, Islam is not presented to human beings. Islam is presented to what? Muslim community. That's our tradition. Yeah. The 8th day, what we do, we have celebrations. We eat food, we make nice desserts. Yeah. What is Eid? Eating food. What are they doing for? Visiting our elderlies. What do they talk when they visit their elderlies? What do they talk about? How is the business? How is your health? Because the elderlies are mostly people who are complaining about their health. Did you take this medicine? They are making aid. What's going on in the world? What's going on in the world? I think it is time to wake up. Yeah. Okay. This man cannot tell a lie. If he could, he would never be successful. Because he didn't use the power. He didn't use the army to force people. So what is left? Only the message. He used the message. Taught them how to use the iPhone, smartphone in the best way, and applications are there. Use it and you practice it. Come on, practice it. And we cannot say that this man was a liar, but at the same time successful. Impossible. That's why we have to rely the outcome of what he did without using any power. Unfortunately, I went to a mosque. Not a mosque. But it was a church organized for Friday Eid prayer. And the Muslim population brought carpets, but simple carpets, not just to you, the prayer mats, but big prayer mats. On the prayer mats, what was the decoration? Sorry?
Moon, stars,
Some figures with some decoration, and the center of the decoration was a circle. In the circle, the Saudi flag has 2 swords and one pumpkin. And the khutbah was saying what? I mean, not that one, but Islam is a religion of peace. You make prostration on swords. What's going on? I thought people that say Eid Mubarak. Shut up. Eid Mubarak. What is Eid Mubarak? Have you ever thought of this figure here? What does it mean? You are in the church saying this, that Islam is a religion of peace. What is this? They were annoyed. Child. They were annoyed. There's this troublemaker man. It destroyed our Eid. We were going to enjoy the food. No. This man is saying, you are stupid. You don't know what you are doing. And claiming that you are representing Islam. There's something strange going on in the world. That is very sad. Yeah? Don't you feel? Unfortunately. I say, Shahid, Islam is imprisoned by the Muslim culture. It is imprisoned. You know the word imprisoned? Put in prison and cannot breathe by Muslim culture, not by atheistic ideologies. Muslim culture is killing Islam. Habibullah, time to wake up. Somebody wants.
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ask the question to Shahid. According to the level that he understands.
I was gonna ask if can people follow someone even if they're not telling the truth through some other means of manipulation, like kind of just like getting them excited emotionally or some other way. So, and then like, I don't know, you call that magic, call that some kind of emotional, I don't know, taking advantage of some emotional, whatever, insecurity and stuff like that. So I guess what I'm saying is, can someone convince someone else to follow them without telling the truth?
Temporarily, yes. For example, go back to the iPhone example. Can you, I got the new iPhone. Yeah, that's a new iPhone. You can say, I am an expert on iPhone. You can use this iPhone for this and this and this purposes. And then you can show me one or two things that works. Mm-hmm. And the rest is in my list. I'm going to learn it. How long can you convince me that this iPhone with a mistaken information? How long? Yeah, when I start.
If I create an entire society based on you using the iPhone in a certain way, maybe for your entire life.
So do I, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. What you told me doesn't work. So what I can do is only if I don't have the alternative, I can be cheated by you. If I don't have the alternative. Mm-hmm. But that is why Islam is not really known and spread among the people, because those people say that we follow Muhammad, they don't bring an alternative. They say, well, somebody came on Wednesday You may be there. Were you there? So he's interested in Islam and went to the masjid. What they said, what they taught him, how to make ghusl, how to make wudu, and so how to fast. And he was temporarily okay. And then do you think this man will really remain in Islam by this information?
No.
Okay. Only those people who are successful now using the vacuum, Islam is not presented to them. Quran is not presented to human beings. Well, don't you read the books? Don't you watch the videos that the da'is, how they present Islam? We are Muslims, we believe in the Quran. Quran says like this, and we believe, we submit, we heard and submit. Why? Because we are Muslims. And the other people come there and look at them. Oh yeah, they have their own culture. They call it another name now. Every culture has its own narratives. It's their narrative, their story. They call it their story. It's culture. Am I interested in this story of, I don't know, some other cultures? Story. Legends. Will you be interested in it? Just carry on your life. Unless a convincing evidence comes to you and demonstrates it, then you say, oh, let me apply it. Let me see whether I am using this computer as a typewriter, but at the same time I can get it emails. They say, try and get the email, communicate it very quickly, right? No, can you cheat me anymore? If I am presented that this is the computer you can use for emails, you can use your other applications, I don't know really very well. Can you cheat me? But if the people say that we are experts, the Muhammad was the last prophet. Last prophet. There will be no other prophet. Why? There will be no other prophet. What do you mean by it? Quran says there will be no other prophet. What do you do? What do you do? These people are crazy. Forget about them. Crazy. Forget about them. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Vacuum. They are using vacuum. So Quran must be presented to human feelings, human mind, human intellect, human capacity, so that the people will experience it in themselves. Instead of saying that, if you are interested in Islam, we are having iftar tomorrow, come to iftar. I never do that. If you are interested in Islam, stop. Stop investigating, watching videos. What do you have to do? Go your home, sit in your room, get in front of the mirror, and ask yourself, who are you, man? Speak to yourself in the mirror of your reflection. What are you doing here? How did you come here? What are you expecting from your being? Go and try to see who you are first. Don't come to iftar. Never come to iftar, never go to masjid, right? So they will teach you Afghani tradition. So go to your room and first question your own being. What are you expecting from your humanity? What are you expecting? And then, if you don't have the answer to your human questions, come to me, let's talk. But if you don't question, don't bother even to come to me. You do best it, whatever you do, go and you will become another Afghani. And they will marry you with another Afghani girl and you will enjoy Afghani food. That is Islam. Yep. Vacuum. Vacuum gives the opportunity to manipulate the people's minds, and they are successful. Why? There's an alternative. I think, Shahid, do you have any question? When you go home, do you think you can write a paragraph what you have learned in this discussion? Can you write this paragraph not on a paper but on computer or your iPhone? Which one do you use most, iPhone or computer? Computer, okay. And send it to me. Your brother knows my email address. What I understood from this discussion today, send it to me. And I really wonder how we could really convince. How old are you? 10? 10?
11.
11. Okay. 11 years old person understands. This is the problem. Yeah? That is our main, this must be our main focus, to present the message to a person, to 11 years old guy, clever guy like you. I know you are smarter than you, I know that, sure. Look, he's happy. So you can, are we doing this? We have to question, I have to question, these people are here, they have to question themselves. Am I convincing 11 years old girl or boy without using Islamic prejudicial, do you call it, language? This is our religion. This is our Eid today. Our. Why? This our Eid. The Prophet said every nation has an Eid. This is our Eid. Prophet said. Why? How can I believe that this is true? Prophet said. Are you not a Muslim? Is it a reason, really? Satisfactory reason? Are you not a Muslim? Threatens the child. Can you say that? I don't know whether I am Muslim or not. I don't know. That's what people tell me. Yeah. Have you ever seen any 11-year-old boy or girl in the Muslim family tradition saying, I don't know whether I'm a Muslim or not? They tell me, what does it mean? I don't know. I have to investigate. Is it the case? Oh, then.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. Now, that's what we are using. My slogan is this, my motto, my slogan is this. Muslim speaking to Muslim, that's how Islam is being taught. Muslims are speaking to Muslims. And we are Muslims. We have to pray, we have to fast during Ramadan, okay? Let's make sure when Ramadan starts, when it ends, and we will pray, we will fast 29 days. Why? Because we are Muslims. Don't you believe in the Quran? Huh? Who are you? Scholars told us. Who are you? That is our attitude. Doesn't work. The third point. Let's read one more point and then stop.
Before that,
Sorry?
I understand the first point,
Yeah.
but how can we tie that into relation with what we're speaking about right now?
The second point,
No, the first point.
bunch of the history, specialize in history.
Yeah.
But that is how we started with the Shahid. So, but to remember the administration that we are experiencing, but we don't know who mayor is.
Right.
Although if the mayor, let's say, died 1,000 years ago, that's the only way to see the inheritance, the actions, and the narrations. Then the experts have to speak, experts on history.
Oh.
Okay, good. Shall we read one more or stop? What do you think? It is, well, 8 minutes later than the time. Shall we stop? What do you think? Come on. Stop. 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 Okay, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين